Millions of people play video games every day. For many, these games are an escape from reality, a way to relax, forget about stress, and enter another world for a while. But what if video games weren't just an escape from life? What if they could actually help us improve it? In recent years, psychologists have begun exploring an interesting question. Can video games have a therapeutic effect on people's mental health? To answer that question, we first need to understand a field of psychology called positive psychology. For most of its history, psychology focused on mental illness. Researchers studied depression, anxiety, trauma, and other disorders. The goal was to understand what goes wrong in the human mind and how to fix it. But in the late 1990s, psychologist Martin Seligman introduced a new perspective called positive psychology. Instead of only asking how to treat mental illness, positive psychology asks a different question: what makes life worth living? Researchers in this field study things like happiness, meaning, purpose, resilience, and human flourishing. Seligman proposed a model of well-being called PERMA, which includes five key elements of a fulfilling life: positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning, and accomplishment. Interestingly, many of these elements naturally appear in video games. Why video games are psychologically powerful. Video games are one of the most engaging systems humans have ever created. Think about what happens when you play a game. You are given clear goals, you receive immediate feedback, you experience constant progress through levels, achievements, or rewards. These systems create what psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi calls a flow state. Flow state is a state of deep focus where challenge and skill are perfectly balanced. When people enter the flow, they become fully immersed in what they are doing. Athletes experience it, artists experience it, musicians experience it. But video games are designed specifically to create flow consistently. That's why hours can pass while playing a game without you noticing. But beyond entertainment, these systems may also have psychological benefits. Research on therapeutic games. Researchers have already begun experimenting with games as tools for mental health. One example is a game called Super Better, created by game designer Jane McGonigal. The game was designed to help people recover from depression, anxiety, and even physical injury. Players complete small quests, build resilience, and track personal progress. Studies found that people who played the game experienced increased optimism, resilience, and well-being. Video games are also being used in virtual reality therapy. VR simulations are already helping patients treat conditions such as PTSD, phobias, and anxiety disorders by safely exposing them to situations they fear and allowing them to practice coping strategies. These early experiments suggested that games can be more than just entertainment. They can also be tools for psychological growth. The future of therapeutic simulations. This raises an interesting possibility. What if therapy wasn't just something you talked about? What if it was something you practiced inside simulations? Instead of simply discussing life patterns, problems in conversation, people could actively experience scenarios designed to help them improve their skills. For example, someone struggling with social anxiety could practice conversations in a safe virtual environment. Someone feeling lost in their career could explore different professions through simulations. Someone dealing with relationship issues could practice communication and conflict resolution in interactive scenarios. In this way, games could function almost like training environments for life. Ultimately, video games are often criticized for distracting people from reality, but perhaps they are not just distractions. The same systems that make games engaging, clear goals, feedback, progress, and challenge, are also systems that can help people grow, learn, and build resilience. If used thoughtfully, video games may become powerful tools not only for entertainment, but also for mental health and personal development. In the future, therapy might not just involve talking about how to improve your life. You might actually play your way toward becoming a better version of yourself.